I'll tell you what, get a new leg. Break a new leg. Break a new leg. Get some fresh organizations. There is nothing more motivating than when the upline breaks a new leg. Hello? Yes. So be that person. Be that person and be in the trenches. Okay? And set the example for people. I had a pretty heavy topic of how to resolve disputes between upline and downline and all that. But I think it's a little, just don't have disputes. That will be a good thing. Okay, but I'll quickly touch on that topic and then I'll go into something a little lighter, okay? See, many kinds of disputes are there. The biggest dispute is with yourself. Okay? I just want to re-emphasize, guys, building this business proper way, peacefully, will give you unbelievable peace of mind. Okay? But building this business the wrong way, loading people with products, passing on products to the, creating a situation where they end up in a shop, or forcing people, or running unrealistically for an ALS trip, all this will give you temporary pleasure, maybe one trip or something, but you will lose a lot of things that are hard to get back. Maybe you lose some money, that's okay, but you might even lose respect, trust, and relationships. And those things are hard to get back. And if you have, like I said yesterday, this is a great time to apologize. This is a great time to leave any disputes behind, here. Okay, this is a great place to leave it. Because we get here for many reasons. We get here to learn, but we also get here to go back more unified than ever. Be a blessing. For my goal is for my upline not to think, oh, here's a problem coming. Even if your problem is valid. Some people, like I said yesterday, right? If you don't laugh at the same jokes, why are you crying at the same problem? But some people will keep on coming with the same, nice people, valid issues, but they keep coming to you with the same. I have a simple philosophy with problems and people. People should have problems, of course. People have situations, that's what life is all about. But from month to month, either the problem should change or the person should change. Same person should not come with the same problem. Right? Okay, and mentioning it, and not, there's a difference between dwelling in the past. The past only exists to learn from, not to dwell in. You don't live in the past. You just learn from it and move on. Okay? Other kind of disputes, minimize disputes inside the home. Okay? There should be arguments and fights, but there should be little. There should not be any serious fights. And I encourage a spirit of cooperation, guys. Sometimes there's a lot of load that falls on the wife. She has to take care of you, the kids, and see, the man, I'm telling you, at least I know for myself. At home, I'm not a mature human being. I'm like another kid. So Anjali's got 3 daughters and 1 son also to take care of. Because I'm just walking around at home, not really being useful, I'll help around. We got full-time help at home and stuff like that, but you kind of, I love my home. I also like to do nothing at home. A lot of funny things happen, you see, men have brains that are made differently from women. Many of you may have seen that on YouTube. But the men's brains are independent boxes. There are little boxes that don't touch each other. Office box, home box, movie watching box and all this, cricket box. Ek bar cricket box mein gaya, you can forget about it. At that time, he doesn't even remember he's a father or a husband, right? He's in the cricket box. Ye sab alag boxes hai, and there is one box called nothing. Which is very irritating to a wife. Wife's brain is not boxes. It's a mesh of wires and everything is connected. That's why they never forget anything. You can trigger an event, and you have done something wrong 4 years ago. You don't have any clue what you did. But she will connect it to it today because you're wearing the same shirt. And you have no idea why she's upset. So here is the difference. When a man is sitting in front of the TV or just sitting, and the wife says, "What are you thinking?" and he says nothing, he actually means nothing. We have a box called nothing where we can think nothing. That drives the wife crazy because you can't think nothing. And when you think nothing, she will try to get into your nothing box. So it won't be nothing anymore. Right? But a wife, when you are, so let's say your wife is cooking something and she's a little upset. You come down, you have no idea what you've done. It could be 2 minutes ago, it could be 10 years ago. It could be mother-related, you don't know. And you come down and say, what happened? And she says nothing. That is not the same nothing. That is not the same nothing. Kuch nahi. And then she will, if she is frying something, when she says nothing, she fries more furiously. That nothing is not nothing. That nothing is, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. That is what that nothing is. This guy is like, I don't know. What the heck? A lot of men are clueless, right? Another thing, if your wife suddenly comes in front of you and says, what is different about me? Don't say anything, boss. Don't say anything. Because you'll say earrings, and she says, I've been wearing this for 3 years. I just got a new hairdo. Oh, okay. And sometimes you don't know what mistake you made. Okay, I'll give you an example. Anjali says to me, okay, are you going to go to the dry cleaners? The dry cleaner usually comes to our house, okay, and picks up clothes, drops off. But sometimes emergency, we have to need it quickly for a function or something, I go drop it off, right? So, and we have a full-time lady that works at home, which is unusual in US, okay. She drives around, we even got her a car. We bought a car for her. Because she drives our kids around, right? Okay? Why not, right? Okay? And that's the other thing, guys. You have to treat the people who take care of your children, your family. Treat them better than the non-Amway people treat them. Treat them better than the non-Amway people treat them. We don't measure what we give them. Okay? Like there are people that work in Mumbai for us that we're taking care of the children's education. That's the least we can do. We don't say this is what a driver should be paid, or this is what, because there is ways to, I'm just going all over the place here. But anyway, so sometimes she tells me to, so once I remember that, she said, you're going to the dry cleaners, right, to pick up the clothes? I said, yeah. On the way back, she said, pick up eggs and bread from this thing. And right in that same mall, there is a bank. Okay, go and get the jewelry. We need to go for the function. We need to take jewelry out. All this, she's saying all this thing. Fine. Then, while I am going to the laundry, or getting ready to go to the laundry, I get a call from her. She's somewhere in school, children's school. She says, don't worry, I picked up the clothes. Okay. Then Friday comes, ready to go to the function. Did you pick up the jewelry, Kumar? I said, I know, you told me, and I know I was leaving the house to pick up the jewelry. Why I didn't pick it up? Because you took one item out. Laundry nikal diya, anda gaya, doodh gaya, jewelry gaya, book sab gaya. Sometimes you don't know what you did wrong, but actually she's the one who did it. Right? So these disputes are going to happen. So you go to the function without jewelry. Kya kare abhi, right? Or you run to the bank the last minute and you figure it out. These are okay, small little things, but make it easier. If your wife is running the home and taking care of parents, taking care of kids, make it easier for her. If she complains, it doesn't necessarily mean that she's asking for a solution. We were talking about it recently. I was just telling somebody that even I have done that. When Anjali complains, I feel like men feel that anybody gives a problem is we have to fix it. Sometimes they're just talking. You just need to help out a little more, give a little more, do a little more, That's the, and nothing wrong. Kanti said that, right? Yesterday, I think at Emerald Club. When is a good time to tell your wife that you love her? Before somebody else does. Right? Okay? Harmony, again, cardinal rules should work at home. Is that if you're fighting, don't fight in front of your parents or your kids. Okay? Don't try to, as much as possible. I mean, that was impossible when I was growing up. One room kitchen. They can't say, okay, gadi bhi nahi hai, no car, nothing. So, we are going to go to Diamond Garden to fight. They can't say that. Okay, parents, they had to fight right there. Okay, we have, as far as practically possible, right? Don't pass negative to your kids. There is a lot of people that, if you do improper things in the business, and if you're doing a lot of stuff like end of month craziness, your kids are watching you. And if you build this business the right way, your kids will be inspired to build it. But some people, unfortunately, have already done so much damage, their children don't want to have anything to do with the business. Okay, that is a punishment for the kids. In today's world, after getting into this, there are millions of kids who will never see this opportunity because their parent never got in. In your case, you're already in the business, and this opportunity is there for the kids to be exposed to this wonderful environment. See, that is the legacy you leave behind. Legacy is not money. It's the relationship and the people that you leave behind. Our security, think about this. My daughters, they grow up fantastic, and we're going to let them explore. If they want to come to India to do a project in summer or something like that, or maybe you even do part of college, or UK or something, we'll let them go. We don't want to, but we'll let them go, right? Okay? And so will you. But when you build this business, the serendipities, the side benefits that you don't even expect, there are people everywhere. Manipal's son went to London School of Economics from US. He went to UK to study, Kedar. And he, of course, everything went off great. But if he ever needed anything, there's always an IBO. There is always somebody from the business. That is very magical. A lot of people don't have that. So for your kids, it is continuity, because you can't be there all the time for everything. And when they have that blanket of security, so it's your job to make sure that you keep it pure for your kids. Keep it positive for your kids. They are more excited about where you're going and your attitude rather than your accomplishment. Okay? And always be proud of what you are. You have to feel that you are the best plan shower there is. That's it. Nobody shows the plan better than you. And admire the speakers, admire the diamonds, learn from them, but don't make them gods. Don't make them gods. They're human, you're human. You should always feel that whatever I never felt that I cannot do what Bill Pitt has done. Okay? I never felt that for a second. He's a human being. I respect him, I adore him, I admire him, I learn from him. He's my guru, but he's not my God. Hello? Okay, so don't edify people, but don't deify them. Don't deify. Don't make idols and, celebrities so much that you feel that you'll never reach there. Make sense? Okay, everybody is born to win. We don't have special horns or anything like that, Yes, that doesn't mean you don't recognize the achievement. Of course you do. Got that? Okay. So disputes. How about disputes with the company? You don't want that, guys. Do your group, see, there is no smoke without a fire. If you do volume with too few people, you're going to get a letter from the rules department. And at that time, don't try to make up fairy tales. Okay, if it happens. I'm just saying, I know that, see again, this is a topic of corrections. And I really don't like topics like that because only very small percentage of people mess up things like that, But it's good to know because if you're not doing it, at least you should teach it. It's a teaching opportunity, right? Okay? So, that's another thing about disputes, Get a good relationship with people. Keep a good relationship with people. And if you get, your business development manager, they want to grow the business, right? Okay? But if they come to you and they make a suggestion the way to build your business, you should always say, I'm going to check upline, or can you talk to my upline? Don't change anything because they mean well, okay, but they don't know exactly what path you're on. You understand? Okay, so you just check with your upline. Don't go keep on changing things. It is actually better for them to talk to your upline along with you, so that the harmony is there, right? So avoid any kind of disputes or, things that don't matter, things that are in the past, let it be there, don't worry about it. So, and also how you talk to people. If you have an issue with some product delivery, something happened, it is not what has happened, it's how you talk to them. You always see, I don't mind any disagreement. I don't mind people challenging my thought process. I love it when my group comes and tells me, my leaders tell me, Kumar, this is not right, maybe you should do. I don't have a problem. That's how we learn. If I stop listening to my leaders, who am I? Right? If you give me a room full of people where everybody is saying yes to everybody, I will show you a room full of people where nobody is thinking. Yes? I want thinkers in my group, right? But here is the thing though. If you got a disagreement with me, you should openly say it to me. But two things. Do it in private and do it with respect. Right? Even if somebody has committed a crime, you approach them respectfully. Not attack mode, Because when you go in the attack mode, even if you're right, you don't look good. And there is no effectiveness. Okay, so if you have any dispute, approach with respect. Okay? The third kind of dispute is upline, downline dispute, Don't play hide and seek with people. Sometimes they have this sometimes there's all this alternate curves happen, A is sponsored B, sponsors P, sponsored D, D is sponsored by C but mentored by A, B is sponsored by A, mentored by X. So they have a sponsor and a mentor, all maha confusing. Okay? So then this one likes that one likes. I don't like to play games in this business, guys. If I got a problem, if somebody comes to me, A, B, C, and let's say that C and B have a problem with A, right? A sponsored B, sponsored C, B and C has problem with, they come to me. Okay, if this guy doesn't treat us properly, this, that, and that. Now it's not a major violation of cardinal rule. If it's a major violation of cardinal rule, we have to immediately take action, right? But if it's not a major violation of cardinal rule, he does this or he doesn't pay attention to us or he's always, okay. There are two questions I'll ask, okay? First question is this the only reason you're not moving on in the business? Is this the absolute only reason that you're not an ultimate eagle? Or you didn't move on to platinum? If they say yes, then I say, then we have to fix it immediately, right? Then they will never say yes. They say, no. Is this the only reason you're not showing 25, 30, 40 plans? Okay. So, that is not the only reason. Fine. At least we got that out of the way. Second question. I'll talk to A, right? But if he doesn't change, will you quit the business? No. Okay, then we've got it under control now. Because I can't guarantee that why did he say this, I'm going to fix it. Like Raj said, I'm not a boss. I can talk if I think sometimes it's not even a real problem. They are complaining about something else, really. Lack of growth or something like that, So these are the two things you got to remember, And here's another thing. B and C come to me and say, we are telling you about A, but don't tell A that we told you. What is this? Kindergarten? How can I resolve the problem if I can't tell the guy you came and told me? The best way to resolve it is everybody in the same room, talking openly. But you also have to do two things. You have to give medication, but you also have to give vaccine. Vaccine is what? If it doesn't change, are you going to quit? No, then fine. But you also try to find out what it is. There is I always tell people when people attack you or they have questioned something that you've done or they're shouting at you or that, 80% will be exaggeration, their own frustrations about things that are happening in their life. 10% will be imagination. But there will be 5 or 10% there that is the truth. You have to get to that without you getting emotional. Systematically, something small I can change. Something is upsetting them, right? I try to get to that part and leave the fluff out. Because if you react to somebody being, emotional, then you will not get anywhere. Right? We do that all the time. I mean, it's part of the deal and resolving conflicts. Okay? So, really, that's all it is. Whenever there is a situation, people try to find solution. I am looking for a hero. See, that is an opportunity to find a leader. Whenever there is some commotion going on, I'm looking for the guy that will rise up from the dust. He may not be the champion, he may not be getting even a fair deal in the resolution, but I'm looking for the one that will diffuse the situation. That's one more way you identify leaders. Says, I don't want to be a problem guy for my upline. I want to be that guy that makes problem go away. I want my upline, my downline, my frontline, everybody to be happy when they see me. I want the room to light up. I don't want the other way around, you walk in and everybody disappears from sight. Okay? Everybody's gone from all directions, like that. Because they don't want to talk to you. Okay? So be a blessing. Be a blessing. Be a unifier, right? Coming early, staying late, all that is part of the deal. Doing things for the team, being unconditional about it. Like this weekend, did you greet all the new silvers sitting around you with enthusiasm, even though they may not be in your group? Some of them. We asked you. I think yesterday I asked who are new silvers here. Some people stood up. So did you turn around and congratulate them, make them feel welcome? How many of you sent cards back home from here saying we're missing you? Or even messages, call. That's another way you know whether you went silver properly or not, is how many people are there who are waiting to hear from you, right? If you sold 10,000 PV, then they're not waiting for you. Shopkeeper is not waiting for you, okay? But who in your group is waiting for that pull? Who has that pull, I want to be there, right? I want to be there. And who can you call in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock? I remember when Sugit was a new Emerald. Sugit and I were driving back from Brit Emerald Club. And Ramesh was not an Emerald yet. We were still driving at 3 in the morning. So we woke him up. And I was whispering to Sugit in Tamil what to say. And Sugit started bombarding Ramesh with words that he himself didn't understand. All kinds of insane words. And Ramesh heard that because basically I made him tell him you're not at Emerald Club, and I started using a lot of words, calling him all kinds of names. And Ramesh laughed so hard on the other side of the phone. He was just crying with laughter, and he just wanted to be there. It's called the pull. People want to be with you, right? What have you done this weekend to use that part? See, there are different kinds of pulls in the business. Okay? First is a dream pull. When you have a dream, when you're a visionary, people feel the pull. Because you're painting the vision all the time. It's not where you are. You might be in an apartment with a scooter right now, but you are headed towards a bungalow with a Mercedes-Benz, and they can see it. Okay? Your dream will create much more of the pull than what you have right now. The vision that you paint for people and for yourself. That's called the dream pull. The second pull is the team pull. Team pull is when you are feeling you have that feeling for the team, and the team has a feeling for you. That the team can count on you to be a positive influence. Not only are you bringing guests every week to the meeting, okay, but you're also enriching people's lives. You are the one that is the energy, you're ready to help, okay? If there's any situation, you are the solver of the situation, rather than increasing making it more negative, okay? So that is the team pull. And team pull is, hey, I want to be part of the team, right? I want to be backstage. My dream was that, boss. You see that Go Diamond? I saw, when I went to my first Go Diamond, I read that as God I am on, right? God I am on. And I didn't know what to do the last D, so I said, God I am on track for Diamond. Okay? I felt that pull. I wanted to be backstage. We used to get glimpses of backstage, and we wanted to be there. I said, I want to be with the diamonds. I want to be with the diamonds. I want to hang out with Bill Britt. I want to be, Kanti Kalahandas, we were actually same year diamonds. We went diamonds same year, and we entered Diamonds Club together. It was so special. The team pull. Going to Hawaii. When I was a brand new diamond, Kanti had 2 more months, Kanti Lata, and Anjali and Bill Britt said, okay, I want the diamonds to come out to my suite, in the hotel suite. Wow. So I am going to meet Bill and Peggy, and my upline is not even there. I'm hanging around in Bill's room. And when I walked in, he said, welcome to kindergarten. He said, you've just started your life. I said, really, back to 100 PV. That's been a journey from there to become so close to Bill Britt. Because I'm a team guy. I love being with the team. I enjoy. I laugh a lot. And there is no better team than the BWW team in the history of the world. Period. A dream pull, team pull. Okay? Upline pull. Are you creating a pull? That's what I talked about. How many of you are able to create a pull from here? Sending pictures to your downline. And do they even feel it? Are they calling you saying, Arey, yaar, how's Go Diamond? Are they feeling the pull? Maybe you send a picture postcard from Delhi. Have you done that? With a signature of your upline diamond. I know some people regularly from the Chennai team, from my Chennai team, they regularly bring books to get my autograph on it. And they give it to selected people. Okay, where's Maitli? She was somewhere here anyway. Yeah, these two guys, okay? So came up with, every time they do it, I might be causing a problem here for myself by saying that on stage, because I don't want to spend all weekend signing either, but it is just a way of, creating the pull for these people. Hey, we were thinking about you at Go Diamond, and here's a book with the upline signature, right? Little things like that matter a lot. Taking pictures, telling people you needed to be here, or people that you have a close friendship with, maybe you wake them up in the middle of the night, like we woke up Ramesh, Oh, we have done crazy things, man. We wake them up and say, are you sleeping really? If you're sleeping, who's going to show the plan? It's like 2:30 in the morning, okay? But it's 2:30 in the morning. Yes, you have global business. Show the plan to someone in US. We have done all kinds of crazy things. You don't even want to know some of the stuff. From Hawaii, we sent I have received half a picture postcard. Half a picture postcard from Charlie D'Urso. Only half of it, with sand stuck on it. And he said, because I was emerald, he was diamond, right? So he says in that little area, it's stone, okay, half, the stamp on it. And he says, oh, you're only an emerald, we didn't think you could handle the whole postcard. Kanti going to EDC club without us was an unbelievable pull for us. We want to be there with them. Upline pull. Bill Britt did his last BBS in Toronto, Canada. Last BBS, years ago. He stopped doing BBS a long time ago. We drove from New Jersey, but I don't know, maybe 1,000 people went from New Jersey. All the way to Toronto for the BBS, just because Bill Britt, we didn't even know it was the last BBS. We just knew it was the closest next to our area. So we went to see that BBS. Upline pull. When I did my first BBS, Anjali and I, it was in a place called Rocky Mount, North Carolina. It's a place called Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and we drove all the way there. For some reason, we decided to drive in our Mazda MX-6 to do the BBS all the way. Kankan and Samina, Ramesh and Rama, a few other people, they were not diamonds at that time, We were just emeralds also. They drove all the way with us just to see us do the BBS. Can you believe that? That's pull. You can't teach it. It's either there or not there. Do people feel the need for you? If they have free time in your group, right? Who are they thinking about? Like we have a guy he figured out how to create the pull. So when there is a snowstorm coming, when there's a big snowstorm and you can't do anything, you can't go anywhere, right? But there's enough warning. When they know there's a snowstorm coming, they will all go to their upline's house because they don't want to be alone in their house and stuck there. They're not thinking, let me see some friend. It's, if you need weekends, who do you feel like spending time with if you have an opening? Is it some friend outside the business or is it somebody in your business? Who would you rather be with? Okay? So upline pull. The other one is called sacrifice pull. Sacrifice pull. When you make sacrifices, you create a pull. Which means if you are driving the distance and building a long distance group and you're going all over the place and coming back and telling stories to people about this one, only positive, guys. Only positive. Don't get into any negative. Even if company says, oh, this year the business is down a certain, I don't want to hear it because it doesn't help me. My business can be up anyway, right? Because we have a lot of new silvers. Yes? Don't get into it. Just positive. You tell people stories. You have to be a good storyteller if you want to create a pull in this business. Because I remember Kanti Gala, must have been on his way to Emerald. I don't remember what he was at that time, but he was working as a PhD scientist at that time. I was working as an IT consultant. Everybody was busy with jobs, and we have weekday open meetings there. I remember it was a Tuesday open meeting, or Wednesday, we had a Wednesday open meeting. But the Tuesday before that, Kanti had driven to 3.5 hours away to Albany because there was a Mike Limburg, Emerald he was at that time, NASA. He used to work as a scientist for NASA. So he was doing an open meeting. So Kanti drove to Albany just to see him do the plan because he had credibility, NASA, and science and all that. Kanti was a PhD. And then the next day, Kanti told us about it. That's when we started stretching our limits. He said, on a weekday, with a family life, with a job, he went 3.5 hours, and he had pictures with Mike, and he had recording of night owls. See, night owls and all you can record. These events you can't record, you know. But when your upline is speaking to you in a coffee shop, if they have permission, you can record. It might be some nuggets there, you know. So, and Kanti was playing that to us. And just blew my mind. And the kind of sacrifices they were making to build this business, quality sacrifices, you know, is that if there's a function, they'll be at the function. There's a lot of things they will move around, change around to be there. And that we learned from our group also. Now, what does it take for you to miss a function? Right? Okay. So when you commit, when you are making sacrifices, people feel the pull for you. Which means, look, you're not expecting them to do it, but they know you're going to do this with or without them, boss. Okay? When you're coming late, you're driving from some long distance group or, you know, talking to someone, you feel good, man. You feel that you're the only one. 2 o'clock in the morning, coming back home, you're the only one whose house light come on at that time. You're the only one with a dream. You're driving and you can see the whole world in front of you, above your knuckles, you know, in the middle of the night. That's when there's, you know, it's like God is talking to you. You're doing something right. It might have been a no-show, but you're doing something right. Hello? Okay. And the last kind of pull is a change pull. Change pull is when you change as a person, you can create a pull. So we have to look for small changes, visible changes and other changes. For example, one of the most visible things is the clothes you wear. I remember going and buying 3 suits for my first Go Diamond or second Spring Leadership, something like 3 new suits I bought in one shot. Not very expensive suits, but I can't tell you how it motivated everybody because they saw I'm typical Bell Labs IT consultant guy, not with a lot of respect for suits, you know. I didn't like suits, but they saw me buy 3 new sets. Every open meeting I was wearing a new suit. I remember it created so much excitement. They're seeing me change, commit to this business. When they see you change, something will happen, which is why I don't understand relatives that don't support your business. I don't get it because you're becoming a better human being. You're hearing about how to become a better husband, better father, better mother, better sister, everything like that. And you're reading books, and obviously the words coming out of your mouth, your attitude is changing. And they should be able to see that and they still won't support you. I don't get that, you know. So when you change as a person, little things you make, a little tie, new tie, make sure you're wearing good clothes, you know, small changes, little bit appropriate changes in lifestyle, not to impress people, but something that helps your self-image as well as creates a pull. People see you well groomed, you know. A lot of people don't groom very well, you know. After a certain age, by the way, there is no such thing as hair loss. There is only hair reversal. It comes out from here and all that. It goes backward. Okay? You didn't find it funny? You didn't laugh enough. But if there is hair reversal, groom it. You know, you don't want the, you know, Brazilian rainforest coming out of your ears. Groom it, you know. People will see changes in you. Neatly, go to a nicer barber shop maybe, you know. Something different. People will see you make those changes. When the time is right with counseling upline, getting a better vehicle, investing in yourself, getting nicer shoes, right? When you change and you're recording, the way you talk, that's very important, guys. You get this mic, prepare, okay? I have been very comfortable on stage all my life. I don't have to prepare like crazy, but some people prepare. It's also your nature. Kanti is PhD scientist, is methodical. He prepares notes. He knows what he's talking about, okay? If you have to figure out how to prepare. Don't just wing it. Don't just pick up the mic and say things on the fly. That can get you into trouble. Say the wrong things, you know. Plan it out. In a pace meeting, if you're going to edify someone, plan it out. There should be something more than awesome upline, awesome cross, you know. Put a little heart into it. Try to identify things, why they are awesome, you know. You'll create a pull by the stories you tell. If you're reading books, the changes what I mean. If you're reading books, listening to CDs, and watching live, and connecting stories, the same message. We have only 9 core steps, guys. This business is good for the heart. It's good for relationship. But if you want to challenge your intellect, this might not be doing enough for that. Because this is not going to drive your intellect crazy. Okay? But when you, we have the same things to teach, but we know how to teach it, how to put it together, making observations. TD is a great example of that, taking concepts, taking what you're reading, packaging it. People know he's reading, he's observing, he's teaching, and the way he or she is teaching is creating a change in my life. Rather, if you don't stick to that topic, if you talk about all kinds of crazy things, every time you get the mic, you're not using the opportunity to create that pull, change pull. Okay? So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. This has been a great Go Diamond, guys. Fantastic. Let's break 100 diamonds here. Yeah. So, I'm just excited to have Anjali here this time. Okay. We don't know life outside this business. I met her through the business, as you know. I sponsored Ajay and Alka. Alka's sister is Anjali. And I told my father that I met the girl I'm going to marry through the business. He thought I picked her out of the catalog. But we don't know life outside this business. The business has really, really given us a great lifestyle. All the trips, the travels, we get to go to places and we are loved by so many people thanks to this great system. And June May, we are going to North American Growth Council with Kanti and Lata Gala. We are going to Singapore and Hong Kong. What? Yeah, okay. And we're going to be, because we just found out, abhi pata chala, ki we have a leg in Hong Kong that's got over 2,000 people in it. Over 2,000 people. We have a diamond in Singapore in our organization. Hong Kong now, we got one leg with 2,000. Now we're going to look for the side volume now. Hello? Excited? So we can pick and choose. We can start deciding to build the business. We have growing business in Australia, United Kingdom, Vietnam. We broke a new Q12 in Australia this year, new Q12 in United Kingdom. We have a new Q12 broken last couple of years. Right now, new Q12 like in India, personal, okay? We have a new 9% in India that we sponsored in January when I came for FED. Okay, so I'm not just sitting around. That's what part of my talk is. Our talk is about being happy and being fulfilled and staying in the innocence phase. Kanti and Lata are going to come up here. You will not find a more innocent, cutting-edge couple than Kanti and Lata. You will not find it. They don't exist. Aaj bhi, Kanti is the one, he will take more pictures than you will take. He will have twice the energy that people half his age have. Okay, I've never seen a more steady couple in their mindset. And tomorrow you will hear from our sponsors, Manipal and Renuka Reddy. You have to give Manipal a big hand. He put the schedule together here, And he's done a lot of, we take turns in organizing things. This Go Diamond was really Manipal's baby. Because he was the one that is making sure all the pieces fall together. I was just busy with a lot of things. So we help each other, we cover each other, for each other. But we are a great team. Okay, I'm just incredibly proud of it. But I want to keep it simple. My topic is some attitude, altitude, something. Like, how much you want me to talk about attitude, man? The whole thing is I'm not going to talk about attitude, altitude and all that, longitude, latitude, nothing, okay? Anyway, whatever we talk is attitude only, okay? I'm going to talk about 66866. Because Bill Britt made a classic talk, and I just recently found out that that talk doesn't move a lot in India because people don't understand his English. So I'm going to speak in Desi English. I can't translate Bill Britt. Bill Britt is Bill Britt, but I will try. Okay. So, 6 6 8 6 6. 6 6 8 6 6. I don't know Telugu. 6 6 8 6 6. You take anything and put lu in it, become Telugu. So, anyway. In the backstage you should come backstage, go Diamond, you get food backstage, I saw this Paneer Labrador. I thought I'm in the wrong country. We are starting eating dogs now, but it is paneer lababdar. So anyway, something like something like that, you know. So I said, Labrador? Is that a hot dog? You know. So anyway, so we are having fun with the business, as you can see. Kids don't know life outside the business. We don't know married life outside the business. Okay, but what keeps us? I love big meetings like this. I love open meetings. But my favorite meeting for Anjali and me is going to people's houses, doing cover dishes. Working with new people will keep you happy. I can tell you that is a solution to all your misery in this business is working with new people. This business you have to build with heart. You cannot build with intellect. अभी intellect अगर हिंदी में बोलना भी चाहूँ मेरे को पता नहीं क्या है. Intellect is not intelligence. What is the word for intellect? हिंदी, हाँ? नहीं यार. ये प्रियमवत. Anyway, आप समझ लोगे. इस business में, if you sometimes people have very very solid businesses and then we start becoming too intellectual, you know. Start thinking, giving too much mind and not enough heart. If you feel that your intellect is not being challenged, अगर आपको लगता है कि आपका intellect challenge नहीं हो रहा है, do Sudoku. Don't try to apply it to this business. You will be frustrated. Hello? This is all hard. And a lot of common sense. Okay? There is a lot of questions. People say, Kumar, you know, there should be bonus for requalification. You know, if you go platinum one, there should be a bonus for requalification. If you go emerald, there should be extra bonus for a requalification. That's good. We should always ask the company for more money. That is definitely sure. Given. But, you know, just think about it. If you go platinum properly the first time, requalification is not even an issue. You don't need incentive. Hello? See, when people build the business right, you don't have to rebuild it. Okay? You don't have to rebuild it. The problem is when we build it half-baked. If, let's say, Amway increases, yeah, they give you double the money. You know, they increase it, you know, instead of 21%, they make it 42%. Are we good? Happy? Happy, happy? But if you have 2.5 legs, still not going to help. Two biggest problems in Amway. First is what? Making somebody do something they don't want to do. पहला प्रॉब्लम Amway में ये है कि आप किसी से कुछ करवाना चाहते हो जो करना नहीं चाहते हैं. It's an epidemic. उसका कुछ वर्ड बताया था फेमस में, अभी याद नहीं है मेरे को क्या है वो. बाहुबली, महामारी. हाँ. You know? दूसरा प्रॉब्लम Amway में एपिडेमिक, not enough width. Not enough width. Working with few people and working with the wrong people. Working with too few legs. आपका दिल में इतना प्यार है देने के लिए, इतना सारा प्यार है देने के लिए. You have this much love to give. This much. Love that should be distributed in 15 to 20 legs. And you're pushing it down 2.5 legs. And people are drowning in your love. You have such big hearts and you're dealing with people that can only receive this much. You want to give this much, they can only receive this much. You need width. Because if you, see, that is why sometimes what happens is if you have only 2 legs and you're trying to go diamond, you need a lot of faith, you know. And people become really religious and spiritual and all that. In multiple religions, they go deeper and deeper, you know. Because you need unbelievable faith. More faith than God himself. But if you have 12 growing legs, you can be an atheist and still go diamond. Hello? I'm not recommending that. I just want to make a strong statement to wake you up, you know. समझ गया ना क्या बोल रहा हूँ? 2 लेग के साथ डायमंड जाने की कोशिश करोगे, तो क्या होगा? आपको बहुत फेथ चाहिए उसके लिए. बहुत भगवान के साथ कनेक्शन चाहिए. इतना कनेक्शन चाहिए, बहुत स्ट्रांग, स्पिरिचुअल, आंखों में पानी आने वाला स्पिरिचुअल. लेकिन अगर 12 लगे तो नास्तिक हो गए तो डायमंड जाओगे आप. Some people are so heavenly minded, they are no earthly good. Everybody wants to go to heaven, no one wants to die. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about that, 66866 when I come back. But I want to get my wife here right now. We're just having a great time, abhi we'll be back home on Tuesday. किसने बोला Monday? हमारे लाइफ में Monday होता ही नहीं, पता है ना? It's only Diamond Day. Diamond Day? समझे नहीं? Okay, so we'll reach there on Tuesday, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do on Wednesday. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I will sleep. But we thank you for your love. I want to tell you what I told in the Emerald Club this morning. Each one of you is made for greatness. You're made for greatness. Total greatness. Don't shortchange yourself. One of the reasons, अगर आप यहाँ पे frustrated हैं आपका business में ये होना था, वो होना चाहिए था, that is fine. But one of the reasons for that is because you are working with the wrong people. Hello? We will fix that today, okay? With 66866. And what we call the structure, the Eagle program, okay? So here is my wife. What should I tell about you? My amazing wife. She is, I'm just blown away by the things she can do in one day. बच्चों को संभालना, मेरे को संभालना, take care of the household, do this, do that, business, and she's the most loving person I know. If you spend 2 minutes with her, you'll know what I'm saying. How many of you know that? Any of you knows that? 2 minutes. I wish that you get the opportunity to be hosted by Anjali. You will not get a better experience in your life. Okay? Unconditional love you'll feel from her. So, and she always gets a little upset when I get a little tough on stage, And she'll say, why did you have to say that? But anyway, here's my wife.
So, one of the reasons that, there's a saying that goes, a happy wife, a happy life. And he chooses to keep me very happy, and I do the same for him. And we just are on a tremendous journey together, enjoying building our life together. We've been married now for 23 years. We have 3 beautiful children, and we just have a great time. We've been able to create a lot of choices because of this business, and we're very grateful. We are very thankful that this business is something that we chose to build. We are very grateful for all the friends we have, for our upline, for our team, for our cross-line, for just everybody that comes in our life, because everybody that comes in our life is very special. So I really want to thank you. I want to begin my talk by thanking all of you for having us here and coming here and letting us enjoy this day together and tomorrow, and having big dreams and goals, because our journey in life together is a story in itself, And we're very grateful that we share each other's lives, and we take that responsibility very seriously. We don't take each other for granted. We are always truly appreciative of all the love and affection that is given to us. But I just want to tell you a little bit about myself, and I know I'll be going between Hindi and English, but this is leadership. And a lot of you know our story, you know a lot about us. आपने काफ़ी सालों से हमारी story सुनी हुई है. In fact, some of you can probably tell us our story better than us. But that's the way it is. We really don't have any profound things to say. We just are here telling you that we are nobody special. We've just built the business for consistently, very steady, very consistently. We've always had very big dreams, very big goals. And we don't try to be perfect. We just try to be better today than we were yesterday. The system gives you that opportunity. The people that come in your life give you that opportunity if you're looking. So you want to build this business with a reason, not just for the season, You want to build it long term. What did we do? हमारा goal था कि we wanted to create the choices जो ये business provide करता है. If somebody else can do it, if anybody else can succeed in it, why not us? We try to keep the business very simple, don't complicate it. The more you look for good in people around you, the bigger business you will have. At this level, you're responsible for a lot of people that are coming into your organization. At the silver level, you have a team that is forming. Abhi aap yahan baithe hue hain. I hope that there are people that in your team that wish that they could be here with you. That just shows you're in the growth mode. If you're in this business and have been in this business for a couple of years and you don't have that momentum right now, you can create it. And he'll talk to you as to how to create it. But हमने क्या किया? हमने बहुत consistently ये business home to home दिखाया. From the time I got married, it was not about which trips we were going to take after our honeymoon or what we were going to do or what we were going to wear. Full focus, full discipline was in building this business. Every opportunity we got, हम किसी के पास जाकर we would share the plan or share the products and create some volume. That is how consistently we built it. Driving the miles, जो भी करना था, you keep your job, keep your steady income, that stays with you, don't get into any financial trouble. But besides that, any free time that we had, we were just building this business. तो वही होता है, you've heard a lot of people say it, and you will hear a lot of people talk about it, in the fast track. How fast are you willing to go with this business? But it's your decision, Nobody can do it for you. You will find lots of different kinds of people in this world. जैसे ही आप लोगों से मिले, they will stretch you. कई लोग होंगे that you want this business for them more than they want it for themselves. We got good at doing that. We got good at knowing who to create volume with and who was willing to start the business and wanted it to network with for the long-term business. Some people will always say that they are right. They believe that जो वो सोचते हैं वही सब सही है. Some people are always negative. जो भी होता है, there's something wrong that happens every day in their life. Some people you'll come across that are very comfortable. कुछ नहीं करना, जो है वैसे ही ठीक है. And then you'll find some people that want to win. We don't judge anybody. We welcome everybody that is there. We don't judge anybody, but you're looking for the ones that want something more in life, that want to win. And in the process, we have all the senses, right? You have the sense of touch, of sight, of sound, but then there's also a sense of humor that you have. So ये जो sense of humor है, when you're building your business, be happy. Learn to build it with a light heart. Learn to look at every opportunity you get and build it sensibly. ज़्यादा carried away emotional होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Look at the business as a business and move forward. You will have your own story. You will have your own journey. What is your story going to be? It's part of your story, part of your thought. You will appreciate it someday. But हमारा ये था कि from the day one, we built the business long term. We followed the cardinal rules that were set by the system, by people before us. We made sure that we kept our business very clean. We were very good for our word, so that my husband's goal initially was not कि बड़ा घर लेना है या बड़ा ये लेना है. He wanted to belong to the bigger team. He first wanted to belong to Kanti's inner circle, Manipal's inner circle, Kanti's inner circle, move on to Bill and Peggy's inner circle. And you have the same opportunity to move on in this business and belong to your upline's goals and dreams. But that comes with a lot of responsibility. So that comes with building a clean business, uplifting everybody around you so that you have the trust of the people that are in your team and in your cross line. So we built the business following the cardinal rules very consistently and very seriously. There was just no compromise on that. We respected everybody, we respected people's egos, and we knew that if we built it for the long term, it would all work out. When you're building it on a fast track, in a growing organization, you have to learn firstly how to edify people. These are things that you need to learn at this level, at the silver level. You need to learn how to edify people in your organization. You need to learn how to respect people. You need to learn how to get counsel. And you need to learn how to give counsel. at the right time. So maybe right now you're at a level where you're giving counsel only on creating volume. That's fine. Maybe it's a time where you're still identifying your business, but you have to start taking a little business ownership and start doing the things that you want duplicated in your business at this level. Whatever level you are at, maybe you're at the emerald level or at any level that you are in the business right now. But you need to take charge of what it is. You don't mess around with anybody's ego. You know, sabke ego hote hain. Be very, very careful. You have to respect people. Things that really matter in your life, what is it? वो priority होनी चाहिए ना. When you're prioritizing your day, your time, you know, some of you are working mothers, you have a family, you have little kids, you have older kids, you have parents, family commitments. So you have a limited time that you're in this business, that you're investing in this business. So wo jab aap business mein ho, you have to learn how to utilize it properly. So, you know, prioritize your time, prioritize the commitments that you have. Don't spread yourself so thin. You know, abhi aap idhar ho, I mean, I'm not saying how you should run your life, but for us, we really did not watch television at that time. We used to say no PV in TV. ऐसे बड़ा सा poster लगाकर TV के ऊपर चिपका दिया. So we didn't really have that. We didn't have the internet to waste time. We didn't have cell phones कि पूरा दिन इधर phone पर देखते रहो and browse कि किसने क्या किया, Facebook chat, ये chat, वो chat. We were just focused on making sure that our time was well used. हमारे बिजनेस पर ही फोकस, हमारे लाइफ पर फोकस कर रहे थे. कौन क्या कर रहे हैं अपने घर में, we respected them, loved them, but we did not have anything to do with it. Those are time stealers. And you cannot have double standards. You know, you cannot say that, अच्छा आप ये नहीं करो, but I can do what I want because I'm your upline. You cannot do that because people will do what you do, not what you say. So that you have to be careful of that right away. I mean, I was talking about this in our Bombay meeting, and you've heard this before, but just as an exercise, stretch your hand. You've been writing too many notes. Okay, take your hand, make a circle, and put it up. Right? Make sure it's a proper circle. Neighbors, see, it's a proper circle. Sabne circle banaya? Right? Now you take your hand and put it on your chin. Kya bola maine? Chin. Kya kar rahe ho aap? Cheek. So this is the rule of life. You will do what someone does, not what someone says. So chahe aap kitna bhi bolo, CD suno, ye karo, wo karo. I'm telling you, even today when someone does that, you followed something because that's the nature of life. So you have to be the best example for your team, especially if you want to build it for the long run. And straighten your conscious and your subconscious mind. Some will succeed because they are very strong in people skills. Some will succeed because you're just very strong people. So develop yourself and be very grateful. Jo bhi aap mein strengths hai, focus on your strength. You know, kai bari kya ho jata hai ki you keep saying, maine ye nahi kiya, this is what I should have done. I mean, I didn't go for further education. I didn't do this. You know, my child is not in this activity. You know, whatever it is, whatever you've done, be grateful कि अब तक आपने ज़िंदगी में क्या accomplish किया. And from now, move forward. But don't put yourself down. There's always room for growth and improvement. And that's the way we've done it. I mean, you know, we've never really looked for wrong. We both have to change. We both are growing every day. But we've looked for each other's strengths, you know, and made the best of life. There's no shortcuts in life. Always have an attitude of gratitude. हमने शुरू से सीखा हुआ है, you know, जो you know अच्छी बातें बोलो, अच्छी बातें सुनो, you know, eat right, you know, and be healthy. Be very thankful. Count your blessings every day. Find this business as an opportunity to make and meet new friends. Money is a good server, but it's you can never put money ahead of people and relationships. I mean, वो हमने सीखा हुआ है. But you have to follow those, you know. Don't let victory go to your heart. Abhi aap silver level par pahunch gaye ho. I hope you understand that this business is way beyond that. You know, I hope you can see yourself as a crown ambassador or whatever goal you want to set. Be very, very consistent with that. Failure is not just falling down. Or kitni bari suna hai hame. It's not falling down, but it is the fact that if you choose not to get up. In this business, you will have a lot of ups and downs. That is the nature of the business. You will build teams, some will stay, some will not. All of a sudden, you'll find people where you never expected. It's just the nature of the business. So grow up, and find out that, ठीक है, अगर ऐसी business build करना है, what do I have to fix from now on? Don't worry about the past. Fix everything that you want to and move on with it. You'll always find a way to make it work, But learn to promote the system, learn to promote your team, learn to promote your upline. Change yourself first before you start changing others. And just multitask, जो भी कर सकते हो अच्छे से फटाफट कर काम खत्म करो. Very high standards of excellence for yourself, for your family, for anything that you want to accomplish. I'm going to be really quick because I know my husband has a lot to talk about. But leadership is a long-term business, And be very, very grateful. Be grateful that you're in this business with someone who's willing to help you. Listen to people that are well-wishers. Listen to people that are, that are good to you. Don't negative लोगों से जरा दूरी रहे तो अच्छा है. There are too many of them. They're energy and dream stealers. But be honest, be humble, and be very, very goal-oriented. And be willing to change, willing to learn. Emotional stability. People trust you because you're emotionally stable. Don't condemn, criticize, or complain. Learn to communicate, learn to compliment, and learn to commit to yourself, to your family, to everybody around you. Discipline, and be willing to change and grow every single day. But I just know that we are very grateful for everybody. And there's also one more thing that I want to say is that, when you think about life, आजकल आप देखो, you have Sachin Tendulkar or someone that you admire who's done so much and who's so respected. But even he, at some point, even though he's a pro right now, at some point he was an amateur. He was learning how to do things. So it's a matter of practice. The more people that you go through, the better you'll get at it, the more you'll understand. Champions are recognized in the arena, on stage, but the work and the discipline happens day to day, home to home, and that is what builds your character. When you squeeze orange juice, what do you get? When you squeeze oranges, what do you get? Orange juice. When you squeeze lemon juice. But when life comes to you, with all the situations that you handle, what comes out of you, your thoughts, your words, your expectation, that is what the system provides to you. That is what this business has given to us. So if you don't really understand the PV-BV ratio or anything, or you don't understand the money yet, or you've not been in the business long enough to understand the relationships, trust us on this. Keep coming to the associations, encourage people to do that. The positive mental attitude books that you read, the stories of inspiration that you listen to will make you a better person, will make you more humble, will make you more rounded than just, fluffy and stuffy. But I have just one thing that I read before, and I'm just going to read it to you here, and then bring my husband up. So this is it. Today I asked myself how to handle life, right? My room gave me the perfect answer. The roof said, aim high. The fan said, be cool. My clock said, value time. Calendar said, be up to date. My wallet says, save now for future. My mirror says, observe yourself, be humble. The wall standing says, be nice to people around you, share everybody's load. My window says, expand your vision. The flow says, always be down to earth. So basically what I'm trying to say is that look for good in everything around you. There's a lesson you learn from everybody around you. And be willing to go beyond what other people are willing to do to have what other people will never have. We believe in that, and we wish you the very best in life always. We are very grateful to have you in our life and your friendship and blessings. And my husband is the best. He's just amazing. He's a great human being. He has worked really hard for not just our family, a lot of families around the world. We are very grateful. We are very grateful to have the opportunity to do what we do, and we are very thankful for it. But he is amazing. He's not just a hardworking father and husband, but he's a very he's just a great guy. He's a great guy, and he's very, very loving and a very big dreamer. And my life. I'm very thankful.
Awesome, man. My doctor. Cute. Hey, can you get, where is the camera? Where is the camera guy? Can you get my sock on the screen? Where is the camera guy? Huh? Can you get my sock screen के ऊपर? Can you see the crown? Crown दिख रहा है? See? लोग तो crown सर पे पहनते हैं. हमने पैर पे पहन लिया crown. That's a goal though, crown, right? Okay. Dr. Braj, we're coming. Anyway, so let me get down to talking about this. Okay, is that we have to work with the numbers, right? Okay. Now, ये जो मैं बताने जा रहा हूँ, ये सबको करनी चाहिए पहले से ही. But the good thing about this business that if you have not built your structure properly so far, you can change it tonight. You can change it tomorrow. We want to build the business stress-free. Stress-free. I want to tell you that it is infinitely easier to build this business with 15 growing legs than 2 legs. Easier. Infinitely. 15 लेग के साथ अगर आप काम करोगे, वो 2 लेग से काम करने से बहुत ज्यादा आसान है. इनफाइनाइट को क्या बोलते हैं यार अभी? हाँ? आनंदपुर. वहां पर तो आपका ग्रुप है. अनंत. हाँ, चलो ठीक है. All right. This board not only looks small, but it looks like it's going to fall because थोड़ा tilted है slightly. चलो ठीक है, देखते हैं क्या होता है. Faith रखते हैं, faith. So let's work with the numbers, okay? This is you. क्या होता है? Structure wise. See, we are looking for now people. मतलब क्या? जिसको अभी business चाहिए. Look, I can tell you recipe for 90% of the people sitting here. You need more width. Yes or no? Yes. You need more width. Yes. Okay? Otherwise, you will be frustrated for no reason. समझे? ये सब मैं हिंदी में नहीं ट्रांसलेट कर सकता. I'm sorry, even Tamil I can't do. Frustrated, no chance. Okay? आप किसी बाजू में से किसी से ट्रांसलेट करवा लो, प्लीज. प्रियमवत जैसा कोई बैठे हैं तो वहां पे आपके साथ. This is you. Fired up. Okay, so work with numbers. दिखाई दे रहा है आपको ना सब? Okay. So what you do is, समझ लीजिए आप अभी स्टार्ट कर रहे हो. Okay? आप तो खुद, I am assuming that you are doing your 9 core steps. 953 BI, उसमें मैं नहीं जा रहा हूँ अभी. 9 core steps you are doing. Okay? You are showing the plan. So what are you looking for? You're looking for people like you. Now, if you work with the numbers right, certain number of people will do something. There is a 80-20 rule in life. Life में 80-20 rule है. 80% लोग और 20% लोग certain टाइप पे behave करेंगे. आपके job में 80% काम 20% लोग करते हैं. In your job, 80% of the work is done by 20% people. In school, 20% of the students working hard. If you put a buffet, 20% of the people will eat 80% of the food. So you have to work with the numbers. What you need is momentum. Okay? P equals what? P equals MV. मेरे फिजिक्स में ये समझ में नहीं आता कि मोमेंटम P क्यों है, मोमेंटम क्यों नहीं है. Okay, momentum is mass times velocity, which means you need a lot of people and quickly, speed. When you have momentum, you don't have to have a lot of deep knowledge about things. The main thing that you need deep knowledge of in this business is people and relationships. If you have momentum, I'm telling you, people will figure it out. Okay. So what happens is, इसी में The first order of business is as soon as you get started, put in 6 new people. So the first batch of 6. Out of 6, how many active people will you get? What does active mean? For me, I'm looking for now people. Now means what? That they are not only using and selling the product, but they want to sponsor people when? Now. Now का मतलब अब. Okay, इसमें से अगर all 6 people are now people, I will give you the Nobel Prize. 6 में से 1/3 will probably not do anything. 1/3 might be just doing products, selling or buying. 1/3, 1 or 2, it is not even exactly a guideline hai. Out of 6, you'll get 1 or 2 people who are now people. You understand that? Now. Okay? Let's say this person, A and B. They are now people, which means what? They want to start the business now. They want to sponsor people now. Not tomorrow, not next week. They are ready what? Now. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है, not like they have a lot of belief. It's not like they are completely committed to the business. But the basic requirement is boss, अभी स्पॉन्सर करना है. मेरे को ये समझ में नहीं आता है जब किसी को प्लान दिखाओ आप, वो एक्साइट हो गए, फॉलो अप किया, साइन अप किया, अच्छा आप बोलते हो लिस्ट निकालो, तो हाँ, दे लुक एट यू. अभी यूएस में डियर एंड हेडलाइट्स बोलते हैं, हिरन होते हैं ना, डियर. जब गाड़ी के हेडलाइट्स के सामने आते हैं ना, भागते नहीं है वो, बहुत मार लगता है उनको, बिकॉज दे आर स्टूपिड. ये स्टैंड, हेडलाइट आ गया, भागो ना यार, जिंदगी और मौत का हाईवे में. स्पॉन्सर करते हो किसी को, स्पॉन्सर, अरे इस प्लान दिखाया, सर्कल दिखाया, ये किया, साइन अप किया, फिर लिस्ट, हाँ, और डियर की तरह, फिर साइन अप क्यों किया आपने? क्या देख रहे थे? बस सर्कल दिखा रहा था, क्या गधे लोग थे क्या? दे पीपल मैन. सी लुक, आप हंस रहे हो लेकिन ये चीज समझ नहीं रहे हो. यू आर स्पेंडिंग, मेनी ऑफ यू आर स्पेंडिंग टू मच एनर्जी ट्राइंग टू क्रिएट अ डिजायर टू स्पॉन्सर पीपल. स्टॉप wasting your time. If I am working with you, boss, you have got my love, you have got my friendship, you have got my attention. But if you are not, if you don't have a desire to sponsor people, you don't got my time. My prime time you will not get. You know? Yes, you know, if you are starving of, if you don't have food to eat, I'll get you food, but not evening and weekend. That's my prime time. I am very clear about that. I have never wanted this business for somebody more than they wanted for themselves. Okay? अगर आपको आपका बिजनेस आपको लेवल 10 पे है, आपको चाहिए, मैंने आपको स्पॉन्सर किया, तो how much do I want it for you? I am at level 8. I will never be at 11. Too many upline people make the mistake. कोई एक्साइटेड है तो उसको ये मेरा अगला प्लैटिनम है. अरे उसको पीवी क्या है पता नहीं है. एडिफाई करते हैं, अरे ये तो फायर्ड अप है, ये है वो है. कभी कभी लोग किसी प्रोफेशनल को ले आते हैं और उसको एडिफाई करते हैं, बोलते हैं इसका ये बैंक मैनेजर है, इसका बहुत बड़ा बैंक है, HDFC का से भी बड़ा बैंक, ये है वो है. तो मैं उसको साइड में लेके पूछता हूँ कि उसको डायमंड बनाना है कि मेरे को बैंक मैनेजर बनाना है. बहुत सी ज्यादा एडिफिकेशन करते हैं ये लोग. यू नो, सी आई डोंट गिव दैट मच भाव टू एनीबॉडी. Nobody is getting that much भाव from me. You are guilty till proven innocent. साइन अप हो गया तो क्या हुआ? समझ लीजिए साइन अप करके किसी ने 50 पीवी किया. That means yes equals no plus 50 पीवी. That's it. अभी तो वो भी नहीं है. फ्री साइन अप है. Yes equal to no plus 0. साइन अप हुआ तो क्या हम क्या एक्साइटेड हो जाएंगे? तो उसने फर्स्ट ऑर्डर किया तो क्या हम सोचेंगे कि वो यू नो हमको भगवान का अटैक आ जाएगा, ये प्लैटिनम जा रहा है. अरे आराम से यार, मेरे को पूरा साइकिल करना है. आई वॉन्ट टू सी, ओके, दैट यू आर एक्साइटेड फर्स्ट. सेकेंड, दैट यू रिस्पेक्ट मी, दैट यू रियली वॉन्ट टू स्पॉन्सर पीपल, यू वॉन्ट टू बिल्ड द बिजनेस, राइट? ओके, आई वॉन्ट टू सी ऑल दिस. दैट्स ओके, बट आई एम स्टिल नॉट काउंटिंग ऑन यू. आई वॉन्ट टू सी यू show the plan by yourself. I don't do too many plans for you, boss. If I am personal to you, sponsored by me, आपको 3-4 से ज्यादा प्लान मैं नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि पता है क्यों? मेरे को पता ही नहीं 3-4 से ज्यादा क्या सिखाऊंगा आपको. आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू टीच यू बियॉन्ड 3 to 4 प्लान, ऑनेस्टली. कहीं कहीं लोग तो डाउनलाइन के लिए एक आदमी के लिए 20 प्लान दिखाएंगे. मैं नहीं करता बॉस. 4 प्लान के अंदर सीख लो, नहीं तो मैं किसी और को ढूंढ लूंगा. ओके, शो द प्लान, राइट? शो द प्लान. But more importantly, I wanted to get results. That's one more thing. And still, before that, I want to see you handling negative. If you handle negative properly, now I'm excited about you. 10 लोगों ने नो कहा, उसके बाद आप कैसे हैंडल करते हो, तभी मैं एक्साइट होता हूं. उसके बाद not totally excited. I'm getting more and more excited. The next thing is you have to get results on your own effort. Then I get counting on you. Then I say, and you come up to 9% with a little bit of your effort and a little bit of my effort. Not 100% my effort. Then I start counting on you. The mistake लोग जो करते हैं कि किसी को स्पॉन्सर करते हैं, बहुत जल्दी उसको ये, और अरे ये तो 2 हफ्ते के लिए इतना फायर्ड अप था. He was so excited for 2 weeks. अभी मीटिंग में नहीं आता. Now he doesn't come to the meeting. What should I do? अरे your answer is in the question. He was excited. You be excited. He's not excited. You don't be excited about it. Khatam. He wanted it last week. He doesn't want it this week. What is the mystery? What is the mystery? It's if I don't have good posture, then I feel कि अरे इतना काम किया, 10 लोगों को प्लान दिखाया. Okay, so 10 people said no. They don't want the business, boss. They don't have anything against you. They don't want the business. क्या कर लोगे? 6 महीने तक वो एक्साइटेड था. चलो उसके बाद क्विट किया, क्या करे? मैं एक चीज बताऊं आपको, ये बिजनेस में सिल्वर भी क्विट करते हैं, पता है आपको? प्लैटिनम भी क्विट करते हैं, एमरल्ड्स क्विट, डायमंड्स क्विट समटाइम्स. डू यू नो व्हाई? इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन सेंस आंसर. कभी कभी सुनाई देता है कि ये बंदा डायमंड था एमए में, फिर वो छोड़ के दूसरा मल्टी लेवल में गया, और वहां पे क्यों जाता है बंदा? दैट्स ओनली वन रीजन, पैसा नहीं बना रहा है. क्यों नहीं बनाएगा डायमंड लेवल पे? क्योंकि एक बार डायमंड गया, ठीक से डायमंड गया ही नहीं, ठीक से प्लैटिनम गया ही नहीं. अरे जो अगर समझो कोई रूबी है, 20,000 पीवी है और पैसे बना रहा है, वो क्या ये छोड़ के दूसरा मल्टी लेवल जाएगा? सो एनीबडी दैट लीव्स अ मल्टी लेवल, एक ही कारण है, 2 कारण है. डीपर नो रिलेशनशिप अप्लाई तो एक है, उससे पहला वाला कारण नॉट मेकिंग मनी. हेलो? So I don't know why I said that, but we are looking for people. I mean, very rarely it happens. लेकिन you can go गलत तरीके से कोई भी पिन रीच कर सकते हो आप, बट सॉलिड तरीके से करोगे तो पीस ऑफ माइंड मिलता है यार. यू नो, फालतू का ओ शॉप सेलिंग, अमेजॉन सेलिंग, जो भी कर रहा है उसका लाइफ ही टेंशन है. जो भी प्रोडक्ट शॉप तक पहुंचाता है ना, आई फील सॉरी फॉर हिम, रियली सॉरी. चुप चुप के यू नो, इससे छुपो, उससे छुपो, डाउनलाइन को झूठ बोलो, अपलाइन को झूठ बोलो, एमवे को झूठ बोलो, यू नो, एंड यू डिस्ट्रॉय द लॉयल्टी ऑफ पीपल. आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड इट. मेरे को पीस ऑफ माइंड चाहिए, राइट? पीस ऑफ माइंड चाहिए, नहीं तो विलेबल इनहेरिटेबल का उल्टा हो जाएगा. आप शॉप सेलिंग करते रहोगे, एक दिन पकड़े जाएंगे. आपके जाने के बाद आपके बच्चों को रिटर्न करेगा कोई, 4 ट्रक वाला प्रोडक्ट, ट्रक में लेके प्रोडक्ट, क्या कर लोगे? See, you build it properly, build it with the system, build it with numbers. Okay, now you're going to get 2 people, okay? Maximum 2. Now what do you do with these people? ये now people है, अभी, अरे वो काला वाला किधर गया? हाँ. Okay? These are now people. They want the business when? Now. ये later है, ये 2 quit करिए. समझ लीजिए. ये जो ऐसे quit करते हैं लोग कि उनका पता ही नहीं चलता है, उनका पिन कोड भी चला जाता है, घर भी नहीं, सब गुल. फोन लगाता नहीं, लगता नहीं, कुछ नहीं होता है. क्विट मतलब क्विट, दे वैनिश. मैंने तो बिल पिंकनी को पहले बताया था कि ये इंडिया का पॉपुलेशन कम हो जाएगा बिजनेस के कारण, क्योंकि 1/3 ऑफ द पीपल वैनिश. ओके, नाउ यू गॉट 2 पीपल. व्हाट डू यू डू विद दीस पीपल? ओके, द फर्स्ट थिंग यू डू इज यू ड्राइव डेप्थ. You take them 6 to 8 to 10 deep as quickly as possible. समझ लीजिए ना, राइट? मीन्स आप प्रोडक्ट्स करते हो, फंक्शन में जाते हो, आप स्टैंडिंग ऑर्डर पे हो और प्लान दिखा रहे हो, और जो भी, इफ यू आर यूजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी, ऑल द टेक्नोलॉजी पैकेजेस, न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी इज कमिंग. प्लस अगर आप फेसबुक में हो या अपलाइन के ग्रुप में हो, यू फॉलोइंग द कार्डिनल रूल्स. फेसबुक में फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट तो आता रहता है. मैं अपने क्रॉस लाइन को फ्रेंड नहीं करता हूँ. नो क्रॉस लाइन फ्रेंड्स. फेसबुक को क्या जाता है, वो सजेस्ट करता रहेगा इसको फ्रेंड करो उसको. आई डोंट डू इट. यू शुडंट डू इट ईदर. अगर मेरे 2-3 डायमंड डेप्थ में कोई फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट भेजता है, यू नो, जैसे कंकन हो गया, सुखित हो गया, विशाल हो गया, और डेप्थ में देवदूत, इफ आई गो टू डेप्थ और सिंगापुर में कोई डेप्थ में से कोई 100 पीवी मेरे को फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट करता है, मैं नहीं लूंगा. जरूरत ही नहीं है. किस लिए मैं एक्सेप्ट करूंगा? ओके, बट लेट्स से यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग ऑल ऑफ दैट, राइट? अभी इसमें से कितना मिला आपको? 6 में से 2. तो यहां से भी 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 में से समझ लो 2 मिल जाएगा, राइट? 9 10 वो ये है और ये है. So what will happen when you take a leg deep? What happens first? What do you know what you get first from a leg when you take it deep? What happens first? Huh? PV बढ़ेगा. You get pins. What happens is the first thing you chase is volume because you don't know who's going to be the leader, right? So सबसे पहला यहाँ 10 deep में अगर मैं किसी को 9% ले गया तो नीचे से volume domino होगा. So this is where if Anju and I are working together till we identify somebody who is duplicating me, okay? तो यहाँ पे if I go 10 deep and expect help somebody go 9%, then somebody upline with them will go 12%, 18% जो भी है ना finally. So you're pushing the volume from depth. So जब deep जाता जाएगा then 10,000 will rise up. समझ गए? Pins is the first thing. The second is pulses. Pulses क्या है? आप सभी को सिखा रहे हो 953, लेकिन इनमें से 10 में से अगर आपको 2 मिले तो अच्छा है. तो ये है और ये है pulses. मतलब क्या है? वो 953 करने लगे हैं. These are 2 people who are doing the pulses. That means they are starting to do the 953, some of it. Definitely showing the plan. Definitely selling the product. Okay. Now what happens is that these pulses who are plugging into the system, you create pockets out of them. Which means these are people who have started to go wide on their own. That is the only people you can build real secure business with. Somebody who has gone wide on their own. And they are going deep on their own in these legs. समझ गए ना आप? So this is the person that will also do 6, 6, 8, 6, 6. Out of 10 you will have 2. So what happens now is that if you do that here and here, between A and B, 2 legs you are working from the first 6, let's say. Sometimes you might find only 1, but in this example, let's say you find 2 legs out of 6, and you're working, you will find about, let's say about 5 pulses. 5 pulses matlab kya? Between these 2 legs, maybe 3 here and 2 here. Under A, you have 3 people doing 953. Under B, you have, let's say, 2 people. Including you have 6 now. So that is called a team of 5 pulses. That means you will have about 10 people going to functions. You should be 9%. You should be 9% by then. How many of you know, agree with me? 10 people going to functions, you'll be 9%? Yes? Okay. Now what you have to do is, the moment you hit about 3 to 4 core people, 953 jo kar rahe, you should, this is what, immediately right that time, just about that time, when it's still hot and popping, momentum, you add another 6. You don't wait for these legs to settle down. This business is built with, you know, Bill Britt always said, first you do it, then you figure out how you did it. Don't structure it too much. Just when you're getting 3, 4 core people coming up who are starting to do 953, add another 6. Because the best thing you can do for a new excited person is sponsor other people right in front of his face. Hello? This is when, out of this 6, maybe you will get 2 more. Hello? C and D. What do you do with them? What do you do with them? You work in that depth. So instead of 10 people attending functions and 5 pulses, now you move up to 10 standing orders, 10 people on standing order and about 20 people associating. When you have 10 people on standing order, 20 people associating, how much will your volume be? 2000 or yes or no? How many of you have that experience? अगर 20 लोग BBS में जा रहे हैं, function में जा रहे हैं, तो 2000 तो PV तो हो गया ना? And 20 log, so pulses. This is how the Eagle program is designed. First level is Eagle when you have 5 people on standing order and 10 associating. When you have 10 people on standing order and 20 associating, and the number of legs is minimum is 3 associating, you become a what? Double Eagle. That is about 2000 PV. Abhi ultimate Eagle. Okay? Now what happens is, now you have 4 working legs, A, B, C and D. Right? What do you do in each leg? First is pins. Right? You go deep, so you break pins. Then what do you do? Pulses. Pulses ka matlab kya hai? People who are doing 953, starting to do. And they are also getting results on their own. You might be working one leg of theirs, but second and third leg, they are adding their own 6, 6, 8, 6, 6. Okay, now you have momentum. See, you can't do one at a time. This gives momentum. You have 4 working legs. And what you do is you stay in those legs till you reach ultimate Eagle, which is 6 working legs, 6 legs associating, 20 standing orders, 35 people at function. And you continue working depth and developing those pockets, doing cover dishes, doing training, till you have 6 working legs, 35 standing orders, and 75 people at functions. That's called a crown eagle. What will your PV be? अगर आपका 75 लोग function जा रहे हैं, what is your PV? What's your experience? More than 10,000. 10,000 will be done, no? See, that is how you build the business. You build it so that you don't have to rebuild it. So crown eagle. So what happens now is you did 6, 6, 8 you did, and you are approaching ultimate eagle or crown eagle. As you're getting 6 legs associated, you know what you do there? You don't settle down. Most people make a mistake. अरे मेरा तो हो गया 4 दिखाई दे रहा है. I got 4. I got emerald done. अभी emerald तक मैं कुछ नहीं करूँगा. आराम से. Good. This is a critical mistake 90% make. Just when you feel that you have a lot of work to do, add 8 more legs. 8. Oh Kumar, but this is a mess. How will I handle? Best place to be. You should have more work than you can handle. Way more work than you can handle. That way your posture is good. You should have a lot of legs at open meetings. You are working, you are adding this 8. This is what happens at an open meeting. You already have these 4 legs associating. Now you might have long distance legs. You should have long distance. But that is no reason for you not to have local legs. अगर सारे legs long distance है तो weekday में करते क्या हुआ? Right? You should have long, so you have local legs, you have those legs. You have 4 legs. Imagine this. You have 4 working legs and you're approaching ultimate eagle. You add another 8. Momentum, right? You don't give any breathing space. This is what happens. Typical open meeting. You're still in the process of going emerald. You're still identifying those legs. You didn't think, मेरे 3 leg मिल गया. I'm going to work those legs to death. That's not what you're saying. You got the width happening, right? At an open meeting, at the end of the open meeting, आप अपना planner निकालोगे या smartphone to make appointments. You know how many people are fighting for an appointment? इस depth में से 1, 2 लोग, इधर से 2-3 लोग, इधर से 2-3 लोग. There are 2-3 people from each leg fighting for your time because you're not working everywhere. You're working in the taproot, deepest portion here, deepest portion here, deepest portion here. And they're all, you're booking. Maybe you're booking follow-up or maybe you're directing somebody to book a follow-up. Maybe you're not doing all that 4 basics yet, but you're involved in so many legs. And then plus your personals have shown up in this 8. And you have your calendar open and you say, look, I have Thursday evening or Saturday open for follow-up. If this guy just as much as hesitates, you go to the next guy. Because people will fight for your time. That is with the prospects and your legs. Then their legs will fight for your time. That is exactly where you want to be. Today we have so many legs that want our time. I can't give them time. I got at least 8, 9 legs. When I go back, they're going to say, give me some time. We want to come to your house for counseling. We say, no, Skype is good enough. They sometimes take too long. You know, there's a lot of people who are trying to get my time like him. Okay, they can't get my time because not that I'm not a bad person, but I don't have time. But I'm not dissociated. When they need me, I'm there. Really need me. But you need momentum, man. Otherwise, you have two legs, you do too much for them. You're doing their laundry, you're washing their clothes, you're in their house. You know, because when you have momentum, and let me tell you, this kind of structure, many people, you know, sometimes they lose qualification. Sometimes they're emerald and one leg falls off. And what they try to do is get that same leg over. And they spend a lot of energy doing that. Their hair goes silver. What I would do if I was like that is, wait a minute, no panic. I'll say, you know what? This leg is giving me too much heartache. कहीं कहीं legs ऐसे होते हैं जो आपको अंदर से दर्द देते हैं बॉस. आप जितना भी कोशिश करो ड्राइव करने की नहीं होता है ऐसे legs? Yes or no? Do you have some legs that you can't drive depth no matter how much you try? So don't how much you try. Don't try. Get another one. Some legs are jinxed. There's nothing you can do. You do taproot, you do beetroot, you do root beer. Nothing happens. होता है ना? That is God trying to tell you, okay, boss, you think this is your third leg, but he's actually your triple time. 15th leg है ये. Third leg you haven't even sponsored yet. Hello? I'm telling you, you do this, your problems will be solved. I've gone to my upline with minor situations. I've never gone to them saying, okay, I am frustrated because this guy is not doing anything, that guy is not. Are you not doing anything? Give him a lot of love and keep your posture. I remember earlier on in my business, even before I got committed, I was fired up. You don't mess with my time. Once one IBO who's emerald now, but he said, I don't want to come to the open meeting because I don't have any guests. So first time I logically explained to him how teamwork works. You need to be there, blah, 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 da, da, da. 2 hafte ke baad again he said, I don't feel like coming to the open, my wife and I, because we don't have any guests. Second time also nicely I explained to him. Few weeks later again, Kumar, I don't feel like coming to the meeting. I don't have any guests. You know what I told him? It's your business, boss, not mine. It's your business. If you don't want it, I don't want it. Hello? I said, if you're looking for permission, I'm not your boss, you don't need permission. If you're looking for approval, I can't give it. ये सब translate नहीं कर सकता boss, sorry. You know? Posture. Look, वो train देखा ना पॉल राज का आपने? This train slows down but doesn't stop. Open meeting में, when guests come, follow up time, it slows down a little bit. Do you want to jump in? Jump in. You don't want to jump in? I'm gone. Hello? Posture होता है बहुत. I have never had to have struggle with people because चाहिए नहीं तो नहीं चाहिए. क्या करूँ मैं? When we were newly married, Anjali and I, we went to Connecticut. Not newly married, in the process of going diamond. 3 घंटा ड्राइव करके गए Connecticut में प्लान दिखाने. बंदा बैठा था, देसी आदमी, IT कंसल्टेंट. घर में फर्नीचर नहीं होते हैं उनके, when they come new. खाली एक टेबल था और जमीन के ऊपर लैंडलाइन का एक फोन था. सेल फोन तभी नहीं थे. Okay? So he's sitting there and मैं उसको प्लान दिखाने लगा तो मेरे he's looking behind me ऐसे जमीन की तरफ देख रहा है. मैं क्या? I told him, what are you looking at? Oh, but I'm looking at the phone. I said, why? He says, I'm going to get an IT interview call. तो मैं प्लान जो दिखा रहा था मैंने बंद कर दिया. I didn't say anything. मैंने पेन बंद कर दिया. उसने बोला, no, show me the business. I said, no. If you are distracted, I'm not showing you the business. तो बोलता है कि no, you come all the way 3 hours. I said, yeah, I have come all the way 3 hours, but I don't want to waste 1 more hour. He said, सच बात है, अंजू को पूछो आप. No, listen, this is important. तालियां मत बजाओ. You have to understand, you are valuable and you don't let people take advantage of you. मैंने उसको बोला, boss, you want me to show the plan? He said, yes. Disconnect that phone. Oh, but it's job interview. You disconnect the phone, I'll show you the plan. You don't disconnect the phone, I'm not showing you the plan. वो जाके अपने wall jack में से phone disconnect किया, फिर मैंने plan दिखाया. You are not messing with me, man. If I am showing you the plan, if you are not, your body language is not right, you are not receiving, I'm not going to be upset or angry but I'll find a quick, nice way to shut up and I am leaving that house and trust me, by the time I hit your door, I will forget your name. I don't have time to mess around, boss. Okay? And I don't say all this. I am very loving and all that. But you need to have that attitude not just with prospects, but with the entire, even your IBOs, and remember, you're not anybody's boss. Your job is to love people. If I work in a leg that is not ready, they only want to do volume. They don't want to do networking. They are maybe tired or they are just lovers. They want to come to the meetings. And I want them to requalify so I can go Emerald. I am stupid. I take them as a blessing. I treat them better than the core people. Because core people you can be a little tough with. With these people you give them a lot of love and take all the volume you can get. But don't put them under pressure. Don't try to get a leg over by mortgaging somebody's mother-in-law. Build it with numbers, man. We have been able to break these legs. Some of these legs, international legs, took longer than I would have liked because I'm not in those countries. But I will wait till the numbers are right. I do not really count on a leg that is a platinum leg unless there are at least 200 people going to functions. Tabhi tak, I don't want that. I will not count on that leg. There is no way. I don't want to show my armpits to everybody as new diamond. I know that next year I am not coming back. I don't want to build a business like that. Hello? I want to build a business that my legs are solid and with posture. I find the people that really want the business and they want it, they get my help. I like to underhelp, not overhelp. I don't like to teach you too much. I believe the 4 basics. I believe in your greatness. That is the first thing. I believe that it is easy for you to learn how to show the plan. I don't think I am a genius that I have to show you how to call. And, my methods are very simple. I believe that you can learn very quickly to do the 4 basics. So 6, 6, 8, 6, 6 will not just, and when you have done the 8, as soon as you're hitting Emerald, you add another 6 and a 6. Trust me. What do you do with your 6, 6? Trust me, you will figure it out. You won't do much. They'll grow on their own because you got fruit on the tree. You won't have time to do anything. You will have laid the foundation, not just for Emerald, but for Diamond, EDC, Double Diamond, and Crown. And you will stop wondering. It is easier. You'll talk less, you'll teach less. Look at Dr. Bridge. He doesn't give you some depth or personal momentum, depth momentum. He just gives you simple talks. Because when the width is there, boss, you're a genius. You're a genius. Okay? And it is infinitely easier. Anantpur. Infinitely easier to work with 15 working legs than 2.5. 2.5 legs, you want to hang yourself, shoot yourself, you want to do all that. 15 working legs, that's where you want to get. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
While the techniques and approaches suggested may have worked for others, no one can guarantee that they will work for you. We hope, however, that the ideas presented here will assist you in developing a strong and profitable business. These materials have been produced independently of the Amway Corporation. Purchase of this material is optional and subject to the refund policy described in your purchase agreement for business support material. Purchase of future business tool can be discontinued at any time.